If your Valentine told you flowers are just too expensive this year, unfortunately, they may be right. Many Florida florists are facing a perfect storm of challenges that have driven up the cost of Valentine's Day blooms by as much as 15%. Valentine's Day is a celebration rooted in tradition, but this year that tradition was tested by bitterly cold weather for several days in the Sunshine State. Pearson, Florida, is known as the fern capital of the world. Farmers supply nearly 80% of the greenery used in bouquets across the United States and Canada. But when temperatures dropped into the danger zone, some growers lost as much as 25 to 30% of their young fern crop. The freezing temperatures damaged younger plants, and that also threatened the upcoming spring harvest and forced emergency last-minute efforts to salvage inventory before the busy Valentine's Day season. Florida's early February freeze delivered one of the most significant cold events the state's fern industry has seen in decades, damaging crops at a time when growers could least afford it. The damage wasn't always obvious at first glance. Mature ferns survived, their deep green leaves still intact, but beneath the surface, younger plants, the future of upcoming harvests, were buried by the cold. And in an industry where appearance determines value, even minor frosts can make entire sections of crops unsellable. The timing made the freeze especially disruptive as well. Fern growers rely on a carefully timed cycle, harvesting mature plants while younger crops grow quietly in the background. But this freeze interrupted that rhythm, damaging the next generation before it had time to fully develop. Now, growers are stretching what remains, hoping it will last until spring brings new growth. The impact is already being felt beyond Florida's fields. Nearly 90% of Valentine's Day flowers sold in the U.S. pass through Miami, arriving from farms across South America before being paired with Florida-grown greenery and shipped to florists nationwide. Agricultural specialists expect to process nearly 1 billion stems ahead of the Valentine holiday, but Florida's freeze has reduced part of the foundation those bouquets rely on. Even small losses can ripple outward, tightening supply, raising costs, and placing added pressure on growers already facing rising fuel, labor, and fertilizer prices. And while the Valentine's Day inventory was largely secured before the freeze, the true impact may not be fully realized until later this season. Experts say its effects will continue to move forward. The hope? Like anything rooted in resilience, what survives now will shape what blooms tomorrow. For Florida Storms, I'm meteorologist Leslie Hudson.